We've come full circle. We're back at Candlekeep. We're here to find the leaders of the Iron Throne. I'm sorry, but they must die, all of them. Especially the armored one, if we ever find him. Haven't run into him yet. The one who killed Gorion, my foster father. Now we're going to speak to Winthrop. I grew up with him too. He's always been around here. But he was basically Imowen's foster father, not mine. Hello, Winthrop.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Aye, now there's the rapscallion set on the little wisp now and make every bolt count. 9 hells, it's good to be home, Winthrop, my old man. And you, little missus, owe me a long account for all my worries after you had run off. I do, her eyes water. I know. Oh, damn, I'm so glad to see you, Puff Guts. Winthrop, you old fool, if I had an arrow for every one of these practical jokes you played on me, I don't know, I'd have a lot of arrows. Well met, my friend. Yes, you'd run me right out of the fletching business in a flash, you would. It's good to see your impish face again. Now, fill me in on what it is you've been doing lately. I've been trying to get to the bottom of the metal crisis. The Merchants Guild is involved somehow. Iron Throne. Do you know anything about them? The Iron Throne, child. Why, there'd be no bigger or more dastardly mercantile consortium in all the Western realms. They've been barred from Cormor for their unsavory practices. But all it's done is make them nastier. You'd best steer clear of them as long as you've still got life in you. Ah, Winthrop. We do need to rest, but we'll have a... let's have some mead, everybody. Can't trust the Amnion miners because of the metal. Talk about am and iron shortage. We do have a few things to sell, but I don't know if you would be interested in. Baldurian's logbook you'll buy for 5,000 gold? Sounds good to me. Now let's finally sell the History of the Dead 3. Been holding on to that for months. Sea charts, you'll buy those too. Everything bookish here, I guess. Wow. Been profitable doing business with you, Winthrop. Let's rent the Royal Room. I've never stayed in there before. Not in this place. Feel much better? It's a little early in the morning, though. Let's, done business then. We got ale, we got armor, we got... oh, hell, this old hat. You know what it is we all got. Let's spend... I'll rent the room again.
You close your eyes tonight, and visions of Candlekeep swim into view. As you pass through the gates of the Citadel, there is a flash of memory, and you are a child of only a few seasons once more. At your side is Gorion, gray-haired even all those years ago. How old must he have been to age so little in the time since? Aged as he ever was, you still have to run to keep up with him. He has an important meeting with Ulrond, the Keeper of the Tomes. An important meeting about you. Funny, you don't remember it. As you stand outside the doors of the inner keep, you can hear the shouting from within. Gorion seldom raised his voice, though you did not care to listen to the discussions at your previous stops either. As you trace patterns in the water of a fountain, a reflection distracts you from the argument. A large raven has perched atop a stone wall and stares directly at you with huge black eyes. You stare back through the mirror of the water and are suddenly afraid to meet the bird's gaze any other way. It has claws for feet. You think to yourself, little skeletal claws. The doors of the keep suddenly swing open and Ulrond storms out. He glances at you for a moment, but looks away as he speaks. You both can stay, he sneers, but mark my words, that child will be the death of you. A flash of memory once more, and Gorion walks out of the keep as he is today, dead. You drop your gaze back to the water so as not to see. The raven is gone, but your own image remains. Your eyes are black, like those of a bird. Like father, like child, the reflection says. You wake with a yell, predictably unrested.
Oh, that wasn't a very happy dream. Oh, I feel like I have a new ability, though. I can draw upon, like a cleric. I can call upon my god to grant me power for a short period. Well, I've always been partial to Tyr, not Helm, as so many people here are.
It will be done.
On the coast. Tyr is a god of justice. One-eyed dwarf. Now we have to go in. We missed the entrance, but it'd be good to walk around and speak to anybody that I haven't seen in ages. Ah, Dreppen, the old farmer.
What do you need?
Galadron, I didn't think you were ever going to come back. What's it like out there? Huh. It's pretty scary, Dreppen. There's more to that Iron Crisis than the bandits everyone always talks about. Yeah? Like what? There's a merchants league called the Iron Throne at the bottom of it all. They're in it for the money, but there's something more too. I just have to find out what it all is. Iron Throne? A couple of them came here just the other day and headed into the Central Keep. I wouldn't have remembered it, but one of them looked at me as he walked by, and it just sent shivers up and down my spine. They should still be around, but if I were you, I'd stay as far away from them as possible. Good to see you again, Drep.
Not a problem.
Temple of Ogma. Ogma, Ilmater. None of those really interest me. Helm the Watcher. The all-seeing one. All-knowing one. He doesn't really seem to care, just... I don't know. I just never really cared for Helm.
Salutations. Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Salutations. I am Cadderley, a visitor of Candlekeep like yourselves. Pardon if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous, and my labors age me so. May I inquire as to your name? I am certain I have seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it. I am Galadron, and I've called this place home for many years. No point in hiding it now. Galadron, then I know you well, though you may be hard-pressed to remember. I was last here years ago, and conferred with your foster father as you were off to chores. I am not much your senior, really. I am certain you tire of hearing it, and that Legion have told you the same. But Gorion was well known to me. His death has been mourned by many. I have received sympathy from many a person I have never met before. Who was he to receive such adulation? Simple respect is all that it is. Gorion did many good things for many people. When I last spoke with him, I was barely acquainted with his fellows myself. But those who harp do tend to keep to themselves and affiliations. He was a long-standing member, from what I understand. Likely he said nothing to you because he wished your childhood to be as normal as possible. I suppose all parents wish this, whether the child is theirs or not. I have yet to meet anyone who made claim to achieving it, though. How do you wager you have fared? As well as can be expected, though I have learned much about myself that perhaps was better left unknown. Would that I had a gold coin for every person that I heard say such a thing. I am sure your troubles vary greatly from my own experience, but we all have trials that we must overcome. We all have a side that should not see the light of day too often. What matters is how much strength you wish to let it have. Bah, such words are better saved for classes and meditations, not for reunions. I will take my leave, though perhaps I shall see you again before I am to go. The tomes of Candlekeep are very nearly endless, and I am sure to be here for a 10-day at least. There are some within the Central Keep who wish to speak with you, so it would be wise for you to visit there sometime. Farewell, my friend. Well, I think that man was harmless. Hello, Galadron. I have not seen you for quite some time. You have certainly picked a busy time to visit us. I wish I could chat about old times, but I must prepare the meeting rooms for our guests. Feldane. You seem hesitant, Feldane. Are these people not to be trusted? It is not for me to say, but I should keep an eye on your purse strings while here. 3 are from the Iron Throne, supposedly the leaders themselves. The others are from Am. I believe they are representing the Knights of the Shield. They both claim this trip is to discuss future trading relations because the Iron Throne has grown so much of late. I know very little of the economics of Baldur's Gate, but I would hazard a guess that both are more than mere businessmen. What do you mean by that? I have had dealings with the Iron Throne, so I would like to know what they are up to. Oh, I hope you haven't thrown your lot in with them. I hear they are such unsavory types. More into power than commerce. I overheard them talking, and they actually profited from the Iron Crisis. That's why the Knights of the Shield are here. The Iron Throne has gained a lot of influence lately and threatens to take over certain Amnian interests. I am surprised that Keeper of Tomes Ulrond allowed them entry, but they have done nothing wrong that can be proved. I don't suppose you know which rooms they'll be using? I have said too much already. I certainly don't want to seem like a gossip. I should go, please. We should speak some other time before you go. Wrote in my journal. I ran into old Feldane, one of the monks who have lived at Candlekeep since before I can remember. He said that there are suspicious visitors staying at the keep and that they are making use of the meeting rooms. He suspected that several of them are from the Iron Throne, while the remainder are from the Knights of the Shield. Apparently they're here to try to preserve the peace in the Sword Coast. In his opinion, neither of these groups is entirely respectable, though they have done nothing wrong while here. I never thought to look upstairs in the inn. I just thought that they'd be here in the Central Keep. Phlydia, I haven't seen you in a while.
Hello there.
Oh, why, hello. Have you seen my book? Wait, no, you have that already, didn't you? Oh, I just don't know anymore. You haven't been around lately, have you? Never changed, Phlydia. We all love you just the way you are. Why, that's enough to make an old woman blush. Gorion sure raised a charmer on you. Yeah, let's go look at the top of the inn. Never thought of that. I've just been focused, like, they're here to be meeting. Obviously, they're not going to meet in the inn. With all the rooms upstairs in the Central Keep, walk past the chanters. Maybe there'll be nothing there, but we can at least try.
Not a problem.
Oh, good dwarf.
By Moradin's hammer!
You've been away without leave, soldier. Are you expecting forgiveness? Are you expecting redemption? Well, spare me. I want 500 push-ups, and I want them now. Yes, he's the dwarf that helped to train me in combat. A little off his rocker. I'm gonna go and sneak upstairs. Gotta find... this lamp is out. Find a place where the shadow is a little bit better. Ah... Oh, hell, let's just go upstairs.
Yes? I step with ease.
Sleeping man. It's almost noon. Necklace. Wasn't able to unlock these things before. When I was a young lad. Don't expect any of them to have traps, so it would be a little crazy if in an inn to have traps, but we encountered that with the Helm of Baldurian. Not bad gold. There's no one here, though they are. This could be the very day of their meeting. Let's go to the Central Keep. If they're still here, they'll be there. Brings back so many memories being here. Still singing that song, Lord of Murder shall perish.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
That dream was disturbing last night.
With ease.
Felt like I was responsible for Gorion's death. I would never do such a thing. Alunda the Wise, founder of Candlekeep. Well, I haven't been in here in over 6 months. The chores I used to have to do, the dusting, the sweeping, setting the books in the right order, alphabetically.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hey, I remember you. Your father was Gorion, wasn't it? You should see all the strange fellows who've come to the keep these days. 3 men work for that mercantile organization, Iron Throne, I think they called it. They've been meeting with the 2 spookiest people I've ever seen. It's like clockwork. Every day they meet in the 3rd floor to discuss who knows what kind of dastardly plots. I'm sure they're just boring old merchants counting their money. No, the dastardly plots are probably real. I just wish Saravok was going to be here.
Something on your mind?
Galadron, my child, look at you. Your face has gained such new lines since the days when I tutored you. Karan, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them now that I've returned. Why, what is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? Yes, call the Watchers, but first tell me if you've seen anything strange about the library today. Strange? Why, yes. That is just the word I would have used for that cover-us fellow. He was right here beside me, taking Alundo's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath, but when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed, and he was reciting page after page, as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place. It may be wise to take a look. If this cover-us is dangerous, though I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now. Well, I don't know if that has anything to do with the Iron Throne. Maybe he's just really into the prophecies. It is a little suspicious, though, that when I came in, he left. Hello?
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hello there, but I'm sorry, but I can't help you right now. I have many studies to finish. Nothing much has changed. 3rd floor, well, we're on the 1st. I don't know if I should be looking at every book, every shelf, every few shelves.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Well, dip me in broth and call me stewed. If it isn't little Galadron, well, I haven't seen you for nearly, quite some time, anyway. Hello, Theodan. How have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yep, of course, you never did stay in those rags of yours long. Yes, I remember, but how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird for the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fellow Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Gorion hot in your trail. Took the cloak right off his back, you did, and you made yourself just the cutest little... yes, I remember. Could we drop this, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Kelvin Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied round your waist. Such a lark, eh, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Gorion was shaking like a leaf, he was so mad. I've had as fun as this has been, I really should be going. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Kelvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of your neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared, they were, weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Kelvin busts out the biggest laugh you ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad, except you, Galadron. You just stood there naked as the day you were born, and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your little friends would love to see. You remember the one of Candlekeep on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Surely do. In the buff as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. Our prim and proper Galadron on a bearskin rug. I thought I will not forget it any time soon. He is still a cutie. Her laughs. I cannot remember ever laughing so hard. Little Galadron and his bearskin rug. I simply must see how our omnipotent authority figure looked. Cute as a bug. Perhaps in exchange I could allow Galadron to take a look at some of the paintings portraying you, my dear, especially the one I have always carry with me. She blushes. What painting, Khalid? I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, and I suggest we drop this nonsense now. We have more important things to do. Galadron, you owe me for this one. Farewell, Galadron. Oh, they just had to overhear that. Well, he was talking pretty darn loud. Okay, let's go together because, well, apparently you guys can hear everything happening anyways. Nothing in this room. There's more than bookshelves.
It will be done.
Yeah, thanks very much there, Theoden. I'm sure Nira heard the whole story too. I don't think I've stopped blushing since then. Shut up, old man.
With ease.
Oh, the cooks. I did actually have to help them out a few times growing up. When there's a lot of people coming to the keep. Oh, I remember this. I've always liked sitting here. Reading a book. It's one of my favorite places. Nothing much has changed. Upstairs we go. I haven't seen that strange fellow that, heard about. Kavras? What a strange name.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Hello, Galadron. It's good to see you here once again. I pity you could not have returned during a more restful time. Bendalus. You always were a warrior. I'm sure all is well. Perhaps you're right, though that Kavras fellow still makes me nervous. I think he has had the same effect on others as well. Shistel has been quite unlike his normal self. I should go. Please enjoy your stay. Unlike his self. I hope there's not doppelgangers here. That would just ruin everything. At least all the people I used to remember and love.